Being an athlete, as I said, I want discipline, I want commitment, and the whole point of you want to excel. Pilates is actually a form of workout which was started by Joseph Pilates. And this was actually based for military men. I've been doing Kathak for about 20 years now, but I also do Pilates and I also learn the same. So what sparked my fitness, I would actually want to give this credit to my mom. Eurythmics is not just for celebrities. Sports is something that gives you that from inside, that one fire that comes in Allah. And I think that is when fitness started for me. So usually in an introduction kodbekandre, I say, hi, I'm Ragini Prajwal, a performing artist, an actor, a model, a fitness enthusiast, and a proud homemaker anta. But idella madakke, there's always something that keeps me going. But if someone asks me motivation yenandre, I think for me, the motivation is always to learn. ನಾನು ಕಲಿತಾನೆ ಇರಬೇಕಂತ ಅನ್ಸುತ್ತೆ. ಮನೇಲಿದ್ರೆ ಅಡುಗೆ ಕಲಿತಾ ಇರಬೇಕು, ಅತ್ತೆ ಜೊತೆ ಐ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಕೀಪ್ ಲರ್ನಿಂಗ್ ಹೌ ಟು ಬಿಕಮ್ ಅ ಬೆಟರ್ ಮೇ ಬಿ ಅ ವೈಫ್, ಮೇ ಬಿ ಟುಮಾರೋ ಅ ಮದರ್. ವೆನ್ ಐ ಆಮ್ ಇನ್ ದ ಸ್ಟುಡಿಯೋ, ನನ್ನ ಕ್ಲಾಸಸ್ ಇಲ್ಲದೆ ಟೈಮಲ್ಲೂ ಐ ಕಮ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಐ ಅಟೆಂಡ್ ಆನ್ ಅದರ್ ಫ್ಯಾಕಲ್ಟೀಸ್ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್. ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ವೇರ್ ಐ ವಾಂಟ್ ಟು ಲರ್ನ್ ದೇರ್ ಸ್ಟೈಲ್. ಡಾನ್ಸಲ್ಲಿ there's something maybe I know, but there's always that knowledge I can get from someone else. Even when it comes to sports, I started with basketball, I got into athletic training. There's always that urge to learn. And I feel life alli advand irlebeko, that you have to always think that learning should never stop. And when you do that, you respect that art better. I think that's what keeps me going. Nanik fitness mukhya alla, I think it's a part of my lifestyle. It's a part of me. I have never said, Nano, idu workout marta idini because I want to become like this, or I'm dancing because I want to achieve this. When you connect with something from the inside, Allah, I don't think there is a point of why is it important for you. Being an athlete, as I said, I want discipline, I want commitment, and the whole point of you want to excel. You don't ever settle for mediocre, and that comes from sports, that comes from fitness. So the importance of it is a lot for me because it's a part of my life. Adilla andre, there's one kind of restlessness for me, not because okay adrinda what is the result, because today when I see, there has been a time actually in my life idu helbeku, I was always busy. There was a time where I used to work out at least 8 hours 6 hours in a day. Andre classes togolta idde, nan personal workout ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೆ, personal training togolta idde, and after working out for about 8 hours every day, I realize it's also time to slow down. So fitness is not always about saying I want to reach to the peak. You have to give it your always be there. Kelu sati nan mood illa andre I actually don't do it also. So it's somewhere where you connect from within, and that's where it becomes important to you. So if you ask me, dancing makes me fit or fitness or working out, nanige it's both together, because one gives me that emotional that whole satisfaction, and one gives me the results that you need. But there's a combination which I connect with, but I wouldn't say that is what every person has to connect with. Nanige dancing gave me that form. Ivaga, for example, Shamak Davaralli, these are things that every dancer also, I mean, can connect with really well. We were a part of a batch called Special Potential Batch anta. So the SPB batch was for people who want to take dance training seriously. Our dance training ali, 2 hours of training ali, you would have 1.5 hours or 1 hour 40 minutes of fitness. Andre they work on your core, you work on your posture, you work on your strength training, you work on back, the way you can lengthen your spine. Idella madadmele ಒಂದು 20 ನಿಮಿಷ they will teach us how to dance. But in today's world, as a dancer, you see, it's all about camera ಮುಂದೆ ನಾವು ಏನು ಕಲಿಬೋದು ಅಂತ. But I feel dance is so much deeper in the sense of connecting with yourself. Form hengide anta, that requires a dance teacher. Same way with fitness, when you see, fitness for me comes in with, actually I don't think you'll believe if I say this, I work out twice in a week. I work out maximum maybe thrice in a week. I don't do it every day. That's because that's all that is required. When you know your body is in form and you know what your lifestyle is like, you don't have to work out every day for 3 hours. So for me, if you ask, it's a combination of both. But if I have to give you a choice, I will say ask yourself, Like I have my clients, some people connect with yoga and Pilates. Some people connect with Zumba fitness and strength training. So there's always a combination that you will have to see when it comes to fitness and when it comes to seeing results with what you're doing. So what sparked my fitness, I would actually want to give this credit to my mom. ನಮ್ಮಮ್ಮ ಹೇಗಂದರೆ ಐ ಥಿಂಕ್ ವೆನ್ ಐ ಥಿಂಕ್ ಇನ್ ದ ಥರ್ಡ್ ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡರ್ಡ್ ಆ ಟೈಮಿಂದನೇ ರಾಗಿನಿ ನೀನು ಸ್ಕೂಲಿಂದ ವಾಪಸ್ ಬಂದರೆ ಐ ವಾಂಟ್ ಯು ಟು ಜಾಯಿನ್ ದಿಸ್ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್, ಐ ವಾಂಟ್ ಯು ಟು ಜಾಯಿನ್ ದಟ್ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್, ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಇಟ್ ವಾಸ್ ನೆವರ್ ವಿತ್ ಅ ಪ್ರೆಷರ್. And that is when I started my training. Basketball training started when I was, I think, in third standard or so. And ನನ್ನ ಹೈಟಿಗೆ ಇಮ್ಯಾಜಿನ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಡಿ, ನನ್ನ ಹೈಟಿಗೆ ದ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಥಿಂಗ್ ದೇ ವುಡ್ ಸೇ ಇಸ್ ನಿನಗೆ ಬಾಸ್ಕೆಟ್ಬಾಲ್ ಬೇಕಾ ಅಂತ. ಬಟ್ ದ್ಯಾಟ್ ಇಸ್ ವೇರ್ ಐ ಥಿಂಕ್ ಐ ಗಾಟ್ ದಟ್ ಝೀಲ್. And the whole training of, improving my agility, improving my speed, everything started from there. I still remember, ನಾವು ಕಂಠೀರವ ಸ್ಟೇಡಿಯಂಗೆ ಹೋಗ್ತಾ ಇದ್ವಿ at 5:30 AM every day. And ಆ ಟೈಮಲ್ಲಿ ನಮ್ಮ ಅಮ್ಮ ನಮ್ಮ ಜೊತೆ ಬರ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರು. And she used to be like, whatever you're doing, I'm there by your side. Give it your best. Push yourself to the time that you enjoy it. And I think that is where it sparked. Athletic training ali, we used to train for hurdles. We used to train for relay. ನಾನು ಹೈದ್ರಾಬಾದಿಗೆ ಹೋಗಿದ್ದೀನಿ, ಲಕ್ನೋಗೆ ಹೋಗಿದ್ದೀನಿ. I have represented the state. And it has been such a, wonderful experience because I think the learning there starts. And that time, you always want to be like, okay, seri, academics nadita ide, but sports is something that gives you that from inside, that one fire that comes in Allah. And I think that is when fitness started for me. Eurythmics is not just for celebrities. No, of course, we train people. We have Pranita that have been training in Pilates. Prajwal has been training with me. We train athletes. Pilates, I know, I've been helping national level players in badminton, in different sports also with Pilates, be it men also, that's really nice that men also connect with it, but definitely not. Eurythmics is not only for celebrities. It is a very approachable place. And this is because I have such an excellent team with me. And I have to introduce you to my my core, my family of Eurythmics. That's my sister.
Hi. Namaskaram. Kanika Chandra.
And this is another sister only, both the same age, all these little ones. Please introduce yourself.
Hi, my name is Poshri and I teach freestyle advanced batches at Eurythmics.
ನೀವು ಕ್ವೆಶ್ಚನ್ ಕೇಳ್ತಾನೆ ಇದ್ದೀರಲ್ಲ, that is dance better, is fitness better ಅಂತ. The kind of talent that I have here is someone who relates to both, and that's why it makes the connection stronger. So post me a little background about what you have been learning in dance or your training in dance.
Yeah, so I've been introduced to dance very early on. I think 3 ವರ್ಷ ಇರುವಾಗ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದು. And right from the start, ನಾನು ಭರತನಾಟ್ಯಂ and ವೆಸ್ಟರ್ನ್ ಎರಡು ಬೇಸಿಕ್ಸಿಂದ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದು. ಸೊ ಟುಡೇ ಐ ಆಮ್ ಅ ಪ್ರೊಫೆಷನಲ್ ಭರತನಾಟ್ಯಂ ಡಾನ್ಸರ್ ಆ್ಯಸ್ ವೆಲ್ ಆ್ಯಸ್ ಹಿಪ್ ಹಾಪ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಜಾಸ್ ಫಂಕ್ ಡಾನ್ಸರ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಅ ಟೀಚರ್. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಐ ಥಿಂಕ್ ಫಿಟ್ನೆಸ್ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಅಕ್ಕ ಅಂತಲೇ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಅಕ್ಕ ಹೇಳಿದಾಗ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಮೋಸ್ಟ್ಲಿ it flows into each other. I think the more fitness you have, the more stronger you get. Nim dance alla dache barutte, you become a more strong performer, and the movement and the breathing techniques that dance gives you to hold that stamina, I think pays off very well in your strength training and in your fitness as well. I think as a dancer, it's very important to have fitness.
Kanika, what about you? Your background in dance?
So I started dancing at the age of 7. So again, it first started looking at Akka dance. She used to dance, I used to imitate her behind. So my first teacher is definitely her itself. And after seeing her, I joined Shamak after her. So I was with Shamak Davas Institute for almost 7 to 8 years. And post that, I did my Zumba certification and then an animal flow certification. So I take classes, like the fitness classes here at Eurythmics. Along with that, the dance classes for kids and adults. So I do freestyle is what I mainly do.
And when it comes to dance, people see and they say, okay, so many people also get confused. Nan Pilates martina, yoga martidina, adrale, and there's a lot of things that they don't know, the difference also in it. There will be, I will come to talk about that. But also when it comes to dance, people look at you and say, okay, you yoga martiralla, tumma flexible anta. You won't believe how flexible these two are. This one especially, she does her floor work, idu splits madli, yen bekadu, because she's an expert in contemporary too. And that flow of movement again comes because she is able to connect with that fitness form. And when she does anything, and I'm not that, my body is even more rigid, and I think with age also that happens. And her training is so much different. Mine, I'm a classical dancer, she's a Bharatnatyam dancer. But now, moor jana one frame al bandre, we three are able to also follow the same dance style. And that is why in Eurythmics, she also teaches Bharatnatyam, she also teaches jazz funk. Kanika here teaches freestyle and Bollywood, but she's also a contemporary dancer. I've been doing Kathak for about 20 years now, but I also do Pilates and I also learn the same. So many times, Euribru classes togolta irvaga, I come there to learn because there's so much to learn from them. They're so much younger than me, but I'm telling you, there's so much to learn. That urge of learning is what keeps us together again. So what is Pilates? Pilates is actually a form of workout which was started by Joseph Pilates, and this was actually based for military men. In the whole format that injuries should be given attention to, injury should be prevented, adina heng correct madadu. And from there is when it started, and his name itself is Joseph Pilates. Pilates also has been, mistaken a lot for yoga. And that is a question always people have, what is the difference between the two? To give you a little insight about what the difference could be from the two, yoga is also something I've been practicing, Pilates is also something I've been doing now. And yoga nalli en martare andre, it's more on the spiritual journey. If you notice, they will have chanting of mantras. Even in after that, when they do breathing, they'll have chanting. Pilates alad madala. And Pilates alli breath work is a part of the workout. How do you use breathing to strengthen your muscles? But yoga alli, when we do the breathe out or we exhale out, is to relax the muscles out in a certain position. And one more difference is yoga alli, we will stand in a certain position. Yenadru posture ide ivaga, if you do something like a bhujangasana, if you hold this up, a bhujangasana is held there and you hold it for a few seconds. But in Pilates, we never hold a movement. We're always moving. The transition is always there from one movement to another. So Eurythmics has a lot of classes to offer when it comes to dance, when it comes to fitness. We have hip hop, we have jazz funk, we have semi-classical, we have jazz, we have contemporary. There's a lot of classes that always focus on a child's development with strength, with mobility, with flexibility, and so much more to learn than just dance. Radio City.